Stop it. Oh, stop it.
All right, let's roll. Let's go.
What's up, cool cats out there? I don't know why I said that. Very awkward. Very awkward introduction.
Yes.
This is my 5th try to not be awkward, but it's impossible. Welcome to the Syke Ward podcast. We are hyped right now. Something big happened.
Yes.
Big to us.
We're also going on a date night after this.
We are also going on a date night after this.
We're getting Italian food and I get to drink.
Look how dressy we are.
Thanks.
Look good.
Still got a hat on and a sweatshirt. You're all done up.
You're so put together.
This is usually how we go out too. Like, I will make you dress down. Did you spill that? I will make you dress, not make you, but like you want to get like in this like fancy dress, and I'm like, yeah, I just feel like wearing a hat and a t-shirt. Can you just at least just put on a shirt and jeans, and then you come looking like that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I love it, but
thanks, boo. Yeah, Mr. Syke regularly talks me down from wearing a mini dress and boots. I'm sorry, world.
It's strictly for my laziness.
The husband had to dull my shine with his own.
You know why?
Desire not to wash his hair.
You know why? Because I gotta go in the closet and go through each pair of nice pants that I own and check all the sizes. Because I have the sizes for. Hey, he's been working out for 5 months. Oh, it's Christmas time, so we're on these pants. Right? So it's just so much searching for clothes.
I should just label them for you, like hitting the gym in the summer. Haven't worked out since Halloween. Just make sections.
Had a knee injury.
I know. Poor Mr. Syke, by the way, recovering from knee surgery right now.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about that.
Take it like a champ, though.
Thanks. I guess the thing is, I didn't injure it. I just woke up and it hurt. That's the stupidest thing. Like, on my birthday, in my 40s, I'm like, oh, my knee's swollen and I can't walk on it. I need surgery. Wow, that's awesome. Like, I golfed that week. That was about it.
I know. We worked out that week.
Yeah.
But the doctor, to add insult to injury, was like, well, it could just be because you're getting older.
Yeah.
It could be for no reason at all. You were like, fuck.
So what you said, what's the big news? What were you so hype about?
I don't even know where to start because I've been on a cloud for a
like
week and a half about it.
You were on Two Bears, One Cave.
I was on Two Bears, One Cave.
Your favorite podcast. I love the podcast too.
I listen to it every Monday morning, and it was so surreal to just be on it last Monday. It was stupid. It was so cool.
It was extremely cool. I almost had to first because not my name came up, but just like my presence or me came up, and Bert referred to me as it, because when it first came out and then you said we're on it, I fast forward a YouTube video just to see it. I wasn't, and so I missed the first half of the episode at first. I listened to it eventually, but when they were like coming up with names for people, and Bert called me and he's like, oh, he's a hardcore Christina. And I was
Definitely
like,
Christina.
Yeah. And I was like, the first thing that came over me, I was like, oh my God, please don't let that be bad. Because I don't know. I don't care what people hate me or whatnot, but I'm like a huge fan of his as well. And if it just would have been bad, I would have been like legit bummed. Legit bummed. I would have been like, oh man, but it ended up being like a full Christina was just a supportive spouse or supportive person. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, that's more her, but
in reality, I'm a Christina and you're a hardcore Samson.
But yeah, so that's that's what first got me listening to it, hearing that. But you were almost like, I don't want to say like covering your ears, you were just like not embarrassed.
I was cringing so hard. When people play my videos back to me, I can't. I almost can't handle it. It does give me a sensation down my neck, but I also just feel cringy.
I'm so good at ASMR. I give myself tingles.
Stop.
Yeah, no, just kidding.
But there's so much to say about this. I thought if anyone would have asked me how I thought it was going to go, because I did have an inkling. I had gotten messages from Bert asking me to resend. I should back way up to the beginning.
Okay, yeah. Back up to the beginning and then go back to how you felt, because there were a lot of comments on all the things of how did this come about? Did you know they were going to talk about you? Did the one guy goes, Bert asked for those videos, didn't he? He seems a little sus.
Yes, those videos are a little sus.
Which is completely untrue. There's
no. I was going to say I thought Tom was going to hate it, but I'll circle back to that. Because his reaction was really cool.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing was so cool.
So the beginning, we did a podcast. Mm-hmm. I think that's where it started. We did a podcast, and we just happened to listen to that episode, a episode that day, and we just talked about it. And we talked about Bert Kreischer. Maybe we went and were we doing a podcast when we saw his first show in Cincinnati?
No, definitely not.
We talked about him for some odd reason
during the pandemic. Yeah,
and then in our, we take clips of this podcast and you put them on your Instagram. And you tagged him, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what happened?
Yes.
I don't remember, but you tagged him in something.
Yes, I think we were at Disney when he saw the story and replied to it.
Oh, really?
Because I remember being in line and being like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember being in line.
What ride?
It wasn't Rise of the Resistance, but I think it was what we did after that. I don't know.
So interesting. Okay, go on.
Oh my God, I'm making this story horrible.
No. Okay, so we did a podcast. You tagged him in a clip because it was a funny clip.
Yeah.
And then he restoried it when we were at Disney.
And then I wrote back something like, I'm a big fan. I would love to do like an ASMR for you, a custom ASMR video for you, because we've seen all of his stand-up specials. We've seen
been to one.
Him in person.
We're going to another one.
We're going to another one.
Going to Tom's too.
Yes.
Which we have 2 extra tickets too, by the way. We don't have 2 people to bring. I mean, I'm sure we can bring whoever, but yeah, we can figure out somebody.
We could figure out somebody, I feel like. Because if you gifted them to like a podcast listener, I don't know, it might be weird.
Do you want to hear a quick story about those tickets?
One of the 4 listeners.
Yeah. 2 of the 4 listeners of the podcast can come to Tom's.
Got a 25% chance, boys.
So the reason we have 4 tickets, and this is going to sound extremely stupid, but the first 2 tickets I bought were too close to the stage for me. Because like when we sat really close on Bert, with like thousands of people behind you, it just, I think I like had a panic attack. You know what I mean? Like not a full blown one, but I just didn't like, I know everybody's looking at him, but I just didn't like that many people behind me. So when I bought them, and I kind of started to freak out. I'm like, those are too close. And then I bought like 2 or 3 rows back. And
not even far back, just like
a couple rows back,
small
just
increment back.
Just like at the edge where if I had to get up and take a piss, like I could crawl out of there without anybody noticing.
That's really funny.
But anyway,
I like it a lot.
So again, we've seen his shows. Like you were just a big fan, talking about him, tagged him. He wrote back to you saying he saw the story saying, "Hey, I would love an ASMR video," or he just said like something like, "Thank you so much, that would be awesome," or something like that. Because I think on the podcast we talked about making a video, and then you made it and just sent it to you. You made 2. You made a nighttime one and a go to bed, and then like a wake up, like ready to take on the day. It was the nighttime one. You said was something like to make them like on the bus, to make them like
it was a tour bus champ, like kind of themed video, kind of how nobody has a tour bus like him,
and so like he was supposed to watch
he got a lot of laughs today.
Yeah, he was supposed to watch it when he closes the curtain on the tour bus, watch it, soft sounds, puts him to sleep, and then the morning time one was like motivation or.
Yeah, like pumped, ready to start the day. He's going to work out, he's going to hydrate, and he's going to earn his treats. Like just everything that I knew that I thought would help him get going and have a good day, be productive.
And you uploaded them private. And unlisted. You open them unlisted because private in YouTube, you have to give emails and and you have to sign in to get access.
I would have
you
had to have his email. It would have been like too much
to
ask.
So you did it unlisted, which funny point as we're working our way through it. As I'm moderating your comments, I noticed people commenting on the unlisted video. And I'm like, well, they didn't post it. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, man, these guys are crazy. They actually probably saw the whole URL.
Like pause the video,
saw the URL and manually typed it in to watch those videos and comment them.
Because you have to have the link to get there.
Yeah, you have to have
the
link.
To get there any other way.
Yeah. Which is not, I mean, Bert could have tweeted out the link for all you could. They're unlisted. They're not monetized or anything because they were his videos. Like you didn't like put it on your main page and try to like say this is a video for Bert Kreischer.
No.
You know, like
It's
and you
like and
that was like 7 months ago. You said that too.
It was spring of this year. It's so insane. It's like, imagine if you sent a piece of fan mail to Adriana Lima or just to anyone, and then
I have. Go on.
You have. And then you're like, oh, I did that. Hopefully they didn't think it was too weird, but I'm just a really big fan, so I wanted them to have this. And then 7 months later, they're talking about it for 20 minutes, like publicly. You would crap yourself. You'd be like, oh my God, I never thought that would happen.
I did send a fan letter to Christina Aguilera when I was in Bosnia.
And I also crapped myself.
And I also crapped myself. Totally unrelated.
Funny story.
All right, so let's go back. Okay, so you made the video. He saw it, or I mean, he obviously watched it or remembered your name somehow.
The fact that he remembered my name is insane. There's so many crazy parts to it where he just could have stopped talking about it.
There was in between sending the affirmations video and them talking about it, there was some interactions with basically both of them on IG with you that I remember. They weren't big interactions. Like you rented one of their live specials and we put it on the TV and watched it. And you kind of did like a viewing.
Oh, I did.
You did a giveaway. That's what you did.
I did a sandal giveaway.
Yeah, because we ordered like 3 pairs of machine sandals.
And I think he might have like retweeted that.
And I think Tom did too. Because it was like, you did prove to me that you're watching this right now. And I'll put you in a random drawing, whatever. And you just picked somebody that messaged you. There was a few people that did it. But it's still kind of cool that like, people did it, and did you send out 2 sandals? I think you ordered. You ordered a second pair because you felt bad for.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I actually did. I had 3, I think, to begin with, because I think you still have 2.
Yeah, I still have 2 pairs.
Anyways, I'm gonna make this a very long and boring story.
That's
Don't
right.
worry.
You already said that we're making this kind of 2 bears, 1 cave heavy.
Yeah, this is gonna be heavy on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like they have a massive following. I think people care about that over like our date night coming up. But yeah, I don't feel bad talking about it.
When I was so hyped last week and it had just come out, I was storing everything, like tagging them, and I think I texted you and was like, maybe I'm doing too much. I don't want them to think this is the only thing I have going on. And then I was like, this is the only thing I have going on.
That's all they have going on.
But it's so exciting. It was so exciting.
Hey, this is what I always so back.
Cool.
Whatever anybody thinks of Bert, like, oh, he's like, he's a machine. He is so brilliant and so smart with everything. And even the advice he gives about content creation and stuff like that. He's brilliant. And I mean, do you remember when I don't know how it happened, but Jennifer
I was just gonna say,
when Jennifer Aniston
about hitting something
either
too hard.
mentioned them, or I forgot what it was, because Tom told the story about like kidnapping Jennifer Aniston, not kidnapping, being in her house. It was a fake story, and then somehow Jennifer Aniston saw it and then put it on her Instagram stories. Bert tagged her 50,000 times, but it was funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. So that's what I was telling you. I'm like. You put up like 3 things and tagged him. Like, it's not that big a deal. It's like, I don't want to say it's flattering. It's just like, you like when people tag you. It's like cool.
I do. It is cool.
Yeah, like people can tag you.
It's cool that people consume what you put out into the world. Like,
that's it. Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah. I hope that's how he feels. I think he does, because he puts out so much that's so funny.
Yeah. No, so that's basically, I was trying to give you a pep talk of like, if you're putting up something cool and it's associated with them, and I mean, you used to have a lot of Instagram, not a lot, like you were at like almost 40,000. That's a lot, like, in your world. And then, it got taken away. So you're a little bit lower now. So it's not like, but when you talk about people, it's still, I mean, you're still giving them exposure to your fans, and it, like, I don't know, it's anybody.
You're welcome, guys.
Nah, you're welcome, Bert.
You got the Maddy bump.
The Maddy bump. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you're just, as a content creator, you're just happy when anybody mentions you.
Fair enough.
Because it just kind of gets you rolling, and all kind of, you see algorithms start going up when people mention it. So That's
It's a
what I
good
was like. He's
lesson.
not gonna-
I get very self-conscious. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't try to get anyone's attention, or I shouldn't tag this person or that person. So
No, you should. I always should. So that was
it was helpful.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay, so
You're a total Christina.
Thank you. All right, where were we in the story? Oh, so fast forward.
I miss having 3 cameras because you used to be talking. I'd be like, "This is my moment."
Yeah,
with my
to
gallon
drink
of
your
water.
gallon of water. You got a gallon of water and whiskey.
Now
or bourbon.
I can't even hide it.
Okay, so fast forward. You made the video, blah, blah, blah. The couple interactions where you did the giveaways. They restored you when you were giving away sandals to buy their live.
Yeah.
You know, and
so I was like,
again, they probably didn't even know that you were the one that made the video
I was like,
at that
not
point.
even on the radar.
Yeah.
But the fact that I lost my IG, which was really the only way I'd ever sent a message to Bert, just to send him the links to the video and be like, here you go, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
The fact that I lost that and he was still able to find me is crazy. Mm-hmm. The fact that he could remember my name is crazy.
Really,
all
really
of that
cool.
was so serendipitous and so cool.
All right, fast forward to when they filmed that. All right, because people asked, did you know they were going to talk about you? So it's no secret, those, and they had freely admitted, they film those like any podcast. They film them and then, produce them, edit, and by the time they're out,
a month
it's
later.
Yeah, especially I'm assuming since they live far apart now, they
Mm-hmm.
bank like 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes when they're in the same city.
Mm-hmm. Like there was a Bert's birthday episode, but it came out.
Yeah, it came out later.
Mid-December.
Wait, you know when his birthday is? Jesus,
don't worry.
So
on my list.
Yeah. Wait, we'll get to that later because there's been a question. So, by the way, I think they do a really good job because they're obviously banking videos, so they must do 1 or 2 or 3 in a day sometimes, and they do a really good job of keeping their podcast interesting and funny. Like if we had to stop this if we did this like 45 minutes to an hour, and then we stopped, and then we had to do another hour.
Oh, I have nothing more to say.
Yeah, exactly. I have nothing more to say to you. Let's just go eat. But I just think they do a really good job of keeping it going.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, explain what happened that morning.
Okay, so
of them filming it, not when it came out. Of them filming it. You were at the gym in the locker room.
I had just finished working out, so I didn't have my phone on me when I was working out. Checked my phone, answered like maybe a text to you and a text to another friend of ours, like in a group chat. Anyways.
And his message came through.
His message popped down like an Instagram notification, and I thought it said Bert Kreischer is live.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to go shower. And then I'm like, that looked weird. Pull it down, open it up, and it's a message from Bert Kreischer. A DM. That's
insane.
Like, hey, did you send me videos? Would you mind sending me the link again? And I'm like, holy shit. Hang on. Go in YouTube Studio, grab the link, send them to him. And then I might have said like, yeah, it was really fun, or here you go.
He read your message that whatever you said, you're like, you love doing these. You'll give him the time, or you'll make one for Tom, or whatever. He read that on the thing, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll do this anytime. It's so fun making these. Like, if Tom needs one, whatever, I've got you. And so then I'm like freaking out, like so excited. Put my phone in my locker, go shower, come back, pick it up, and it's his message. Like, I've missed it by 14 minutes. And it was like, hey, can you call in? And I'm like, fuck. So I throw on my clothes, wet hair, go out to my truck. I'm like, yeah, I can call. I'll go outside for like a little bit of quiet. I'm in the truck. Yeah. And then it was past the point, obviously. And so I think after like 10
They're
or
probably
15
talking
minutes,
about something else.
I know.
Yeah.
They were talking about like
Although
UFC.
he did say in the video, he's like, what's the number? What's the number here? What's my number? I don't know. So it probably couldn't have happened anyway. Because you were kicking yourself
it did
for
make it,
at least a day.
It did at least make it look like maybe it wasn't my fault. If he would have said on the podcast like, oh, I told her to call in, but I would have felt really bad.
She's too good for us or whatever. Yeah, you did go
she's
running
taking
out.
a shower.
Yeah.
So dumb. So then after like a couple minutes, I was like, hey, like, I'm really sorry I missed you. I can call in, anytime, obviously. It's really cool that you were even talking about it. Mm-hmm. So then every Monday, and I had it very I really hadn't built it up in my mind, especially because I missed the opportunity to call in. I was like, maybe he talked about it for a minute, and I'm pretty sure Tom was like, that's cringy. Turn it off.
Yes.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
He might not have mentioned me by name, but every Monday I'm listening. I'm like,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool if I was on this one. Oh, no, I'm not. Next week, maybe. Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
5 weeks later, I'm still not.
It's like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Right? And then last week I woke up and I woke you up and I was like, I'm on the podcast. And we like laid in bed together and watched it.
Yeah.
And literally from the beginning I was freaking out, but literally when they kept talking about me past to the 1.5 minute mark, I was like, no way. No way does Tom not hate this and isn't ripping his headphones off right now. Like, no way did Bert say this is engaging. Like, I couldn't even.
Yeah, it got to the point too where I was like, like 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, 9 minutes in, and I'm like, I just got like, oh my God, they're still talking about they're on your YouTube channel. And I'm like, they're on your YouTube channel.
I'm like, what are they doing?
What is going on here?
I feel like I got so lucky on the videos they clicked too. Like they clicked, I think just the videos that looked well, I don't know.
Not the massage. I hate the massage one. I hate it. You love it. I don't even know what kind of views it got.
Did Bert say to Tom, like, that looks like your body? Or did Tom say to Bert?
Oh, no.
Bert,
Tom,
it looks like your...
No, Bert said to Tom, it looks like your body.
Yes.
Which... I'm sorry, Tom, if your body looks like mine. There's no way. Tom's like super skinny.
He's like got really
skinny
fit after he broke his arm.
Shape. Yeah. Which, everybody knows Maddy kind of has like a chubby fetish. That's her thing, It's not little.
I do
big.
like my thick bearded
boys.
A
funny story
it's not like, yeah.
A funny story about
low key,
Tom.
it's high key.
Yeah, it's very high key. A funny story about Tom, when we're laying in bed, to go to sleep, we usually throw on stuff we've seen before, stuff like that. We'll throw on comedy specials, sitcoms, whatever. And whenever we throw on like a Tom special, I'm like, hey, you want to throw on his new one, Ball Hog or whatever? And she's like, maybe we could just try like one of the older ones, like from like one of his first ones. Of course, Tom's he's like 40 pounds heavier. He looks like
he's like 30 sweating.
Yeah, he's sweaty and chubby, and
I'm like, this just is relaxing to me, guys.
Yeah, Maddy
pretty
much pulls out her fucking
pulls out my vibrator, and I'm like, well, good night.
Good night.
Put your CPAP on, that drowns out all the noise, right?
Oh shit. So yeah, when they went to that video,
yes,
I hope they heard that.
Me too.
I hope they heard that. Her message ringtone. No, yeah, for messages.
From my best friend.
Just from her best friend.
Peep show.
Is a peep show. It's Mark. What do you say? The Beastie Boys
fought and possibly died for my right to party.
There's a British TV show called Peep Show. It was however many seasons, but it's fantastic. It's one of her favorite shows.
It is.
But anyway,
best comedy of all
I did
time.
not know your phone was on loud right now. We're actually getting pretty lucky.
We are getting really lucky without like Discord notifications and stuff.
So anyway, so Tom said to Bert about like the preview of that video when you drag your mouse over it. It looked like you were giving me an HJ. Like he's like, is he jerking her? Is she jerking him off in that video? But I hate it. Like I get like I'm a little bit chubby. I was a lot skinnier and more muscular when I met you, but then because you're just like so like eat this, oh my god, yeah, like, and you're so loving and caring and you do not mind if I'm like a little bit chubby or a lot chubby or anything, that like I just like, oh okay, I don't, yeah, sure, I'll have that tomahawk 31-ounce tomahawk steak with the mac and cheese.
Pumpkin pie, you say? Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, they went over your YouTube page. They played those videos and
it's insane.
Yeah. The one video
it's insane.
Did you give a shout out to because the one video you edited with the raindrops, but the moving waves in the background?
Yeah, I gave a shout out to Sean.
You gave it to Sean, that guy that every once in a while you'll send your stuff if there's a mistake, something you can't fix, or if you're just too busy, you'll fire it off to Sean.
He's so cool. He's at Mr. Vestman on Twitter.
Mr. Vestman. He's the guy that does like all Jibby's stuff and other ASMR artists. Yeah.
I didn't realize that because I reached out to him because someone had. Makes me so happy. I'll go silence it.
No, I can do it easier.
I just had seen someone right that he was a green screen whiz. So that's how I first reached out to him. And then I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed. I realized you're a full-time editor and I probably don't have time to deal with my nonsense, but thank you for being really cool. Nice.
Did you reach out to him and tell him that his video was on?
Yeah. And I tweeted at ASMR Glow, whose video they watched. I wish I knew who the guy was that they watched. He kind of got a bad rap, and I thought he was. Yeah, that would. I thought he was super cute.
Back to ASMR Glow, I got nothing against her. I don't. Obviously, you don't know too many. You talk to a few ASMR artists.
It's not fair to say anything about anyone because I don't know them fairly at all, unless they're not safe for work.
I'm not saying anything about ASMR Glow. Okay, she's a pretty girl, or ASMR's good. Yada yada yada. I edit your comments,
Can you cut that because I just spit. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not editing that even. So. I edit your comment. What do you moderate your comments?
What do you do to my comments?
I know.
What are you doing?
I moderate your comments, and I said this to you 8, 9, 10 months ago. The only things that I like bring up are like the negative stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you'll go through them afterwards and read the people that like after I clean them up, the people that leave good comments and stuff like that.
You make it easy on me in true Christina fashion. But I go in at the beginning and then I go in at the end. Yeah.
But you'll catch some bad ones. I get it, but. I said to you like 9 months ago or something like that. I go, do you know who has the worst fucking fans that I can't stand? I go, it's ASMR Glow. I go, those fuckers, for some odd reason, come over and be like, you'll never be Glow. You'll never. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? I go, I don't like, and I'm like, because I'm not in the ASMR world. I know you and a couple people you interact with, but I'm not out there. I am busy, like and I'm not. I don't do ASMR. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just like I'm on the other spectrum where like it doesn't make me throw off my headphones, but like it's just like every once in a while maybe I'll get like a tickle or whatever. But anyway, you got an onslaught over like months of you'll never be Glow. You're a whore. Glow doesn't have to wear the top you're wearing, and I was just like, what the fuck is up with these fucking losers? Pardon my French. I got so upset. I got really upset. I go, who is this girl? And why did she say something about you? But there's no way she said something about you. She probably doesn't even know who you are.
Encouraging it. Yeah. And I don't know her at all. I'm sure she's probably nice.
Possibly.
Some people.
But her fans suck.
Some people are just not down with not safe for work ASMR.
Yeah, I guess it. Not the fans you share with her, then they're all right. But her other fans just suck.
I'm sure she's nice. I think she has like a
maybe, but I've never even though like the most I don't want to say the word basic, the most like the top, like Jibby is a top dog, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody knows her. She's a sweetheart. She talks nicely about even the NSFW ASMR and stuff like that. Maybe like 2 people in the entire time you've had your channel have been like, you'll never be Jibby, like, but Glow had tons. It's like, I didn't get it. But anyway, so when I saw her, I just like on there, I was just like, I did kind of go, fuck her.
You did. And I was like, shut up.
Yeah. I know, you're really nice.
I tweeted to her. I'm like, it's so cool that you were in that video too.
I know. And I'm sure she's nice. Yeah. And I absolutely have nothing against her. I do not hate her. But that was my initial reaction was like, she's not even a fan of Bird. I'm like, you're such a huge fan. But anyway, that was my reaction.
It's so funny. I know. I feel like she's probably nice in person. Some like
my there you go.
Some safe for work ASMR artists ignore the fact that they're not safe for work ASMR artists, and that's like
whatever.
That's
their prerogative.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yep. Okay, I wrote down a couple things, and there's also some questions from your post on IG. Your IG post that asks, "What should we do?" I put the screenshots on my phone. What did I say? Oh, I had something on here about going back to what like all the we talked about how it happened, how you got on the show and stuff like that. And it kind of goes back to like, remember when I was saying Bert gives great advice about content, and like I said, I think he's a genius, like everything he does when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. And one of the things he always said about how he became like super famous is that he just kept on creating content, whether it was a stand-up and all that, and it was out there. It was out there. And then when he got discovered, a big time,
there's loads
not discovered,
for
but
people
when something went viral for him, the machine, he had tons of content that people go, holy shit, this guy is hilarious.
And I think we talked like privately about his advice like 2 years ago that he just puts out there
there's a lot
openly.
of things, there's a lot of things you do that is kind of based off of like advice because Bert just talks and he gives away very nicely like not industry secrets, but like just like, hey, this is what you need to do with the content. And one of them was, and the reason why we do this podcast right here is just because it's just more content. It's more things for your fans to see you and hear you talk and hear me talk probably 70% of the time and you 30% of the time. But either way,
that is our natural state.
But,
I was going to say, Bunny says that as well. She's like, your podcast might not get you anything. You might probably never make money off it, obviously, but it's just another extension of your brand where people can get to know you and you put yourself out there and something no one can ever take away. I think that's what she said. She's so cool.
Little does Bunny know that you made $9 in the past 28 days on this podcast. So, I mean, who's saying what now?
I mean, if you want a foot long sub with some chips, I'm your girl.
We've mentioned Bunny a couple times, but Bunny is your friend. She lives near us. You guys kind of became friends. She hosts the Dumb Blonde podcast, which is really good. I really enjoy listening to that. She's a good broadcaster.
Gone off in a huge way this year. She's on the comedy charts. She's like flying. She's done so well.
Her husband, right? Her husband's a rapper. He's like a really big rapper, Jelly Roll, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's good advice. But back to Bert saying just create content, put it out there, and then people either will see it, they'll eventually see it. If something goes viral, they can go back and see it. But you were just doing a podcast. That episode, like our Disney episode, or maybe the episode before, whenever you mentioned it, like, I don't know, it might have like 5,000 views or something like that. And compared to your other videos, it's not a lot.
It's crazy that just a clip from that, just because we were talking about something that we really cared about and enjoyed, clipped it and put it out into the world, that he would see that and be like, oh, yeah. And then, it was insane to hear the frame of reference of how he even knew me or had talked to me was that he had seen something from the podcast. I can't believe he remembered
when
that
he was
part.
confused about that. Tom had the greatest joke, and obviously everybody on your YouTube channel that like, oh, I see 2 big reasons to watch this. The microphone, that it's about your boobs. But Tom's
Bert
delivery.
was like, I'm not sure how I know her.
Yes.
Tom's like, I have an idea.
I don't know how I found her because I have an idea.
It was a deadpan delivery.
We cracked up so hard when he said that.
Yes.
There's a difference between when a professional comedian makes fun of your boobs or looks and then when some schmo on YouTube does the same joke 1 million times after 1,000 other people do it. You know what I mean? Like,
they were really, the production crew was very on point with the laugh track, I felt like, too. I don't know. It was great. It was terrific.
Wait, that's a laugh track, or are they actually laughing?
No, it's a laugh track.
No,
it is.
Are you talking about Two Bears, One Cave?
Yeah.
No, I think that's Nadav. Like
is
laughing.
that Nadav's laugh? It's so consistent. No, I think it's an effect that
You're insane if you think that's an effect. If you think that 2 comedians need a laugh track.
No, I don't.
It's not.
I don't think that they need a laugh track. I think they're getting organic laughs. But if you listen to the timing of it and how consistent the clip is throughout episodes, it's definitely an effect. It's like a drop.
No, it isn't.
I really think it is.
You're insane. You're going to have to... I will bet you anything that it's not.
Are we going to have to edit this out if I'm like horribly wrong?
No. We're not editing
That'd
this
be something big right now.
No, it's 100% not. I will do anything if it is.
No,
there's
it's
zero chance.
Pre-recorded.
Zero chance. It is him laughing in the back.
What will you do for me if I am correct, sir?
I'll clean this room.
Oh, you're on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's not. Oh, anyway, whatever. We'll figure that out. But
now I'm shook. Now I'm questioning myself.
Yeah, it's not. Trust me, it's not. They're laughing. You can hear them laugh.
It's the same.
No, they don't add it afterwards because they react to the laughter sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't pre-react to a drop.
I think they can hear the drop. Just
Oh,
like
you think
Howard
they can hear
Stern can hear a drop.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because there's another episode where Bert will be like, "Oh, can we get some laughs on that?" And they
now
add in
I'm
the
questioning
drop.
it.
But it is.
It is not a drop.
It is a drop. I know
not
it
a
is.
drop.
Nope.
No.
I feel it in my bones.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. But back and we'll update.
Everyone's like, fucking move along because you've talked about this for 7 minutes. You're not doing good casting.
But yeah, back to the thing. If any content creators, just create content. Act like people are watching it.
Yeah.
And just do what you do. And then, I don't know, good things can happen. Something can go viral. And then they come back and you got 50,000 videos that people can look at and be like, oh, this shit's funny. You know what I mean? Like, the machine bit on Bert is great. His Rachel Ray bit on that same special is great about skydiving with Rachel Ray.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it's better, but it's fucking hilarious. You know, like she comes in with chili with the egg. Like, oh yeah, I'll do anything. And I didn't see that until I saw the machine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So
he had all that just waiting for something to blow up.
Which transitioned us. You should when you put that poll up, I saw the results of if you should redo Something's Fitting, the Poppin' Tags season 2. And you know what bothered me about that is that, like, say it was like 90% of people said you should do more to try on. If anybody doesn't know, you have a try-on channel called Something's Fitting, and she literally named it 2 years ago after Bert Kreischer's cooking
Something's Burning.
Called Something's Burning.
Which I think might be moving to, I don't know, Netflix. I'm just speculating.
Really?
Based on things I read on
such
Reddit.
A good cooking. That was the best cooking show.
Good.
Literally the best cooking show.
We watched almost every episode. We
can't-
used to watch so much of it in bed. Yeah.
Yes, it's ridiculously stupid that, and that's why there's no way he's not making it anymore. It has to be some kind of pause.
It's definitely going to a platform.
But anyway, you named it after that, and you did something called Poppin' Tags, which what was a cool thing.
I know. I feel embarrassed of
What did we steal the idea for that?
Oh, it's basically Worth It.
Worth It. It was a BuzzFeed series, right? And
which something
it was a food, but
something had already stolen from Worth It. There now are like multiple iterations of the same idea.
It was
like
Worth It
point.
was they tried food and they tried, like, say if they're doing ribs, they try like $3 ribs and $300 ribs. You just did it with clothes. You would try a $5 bikini from Amazon and a $150 bikini from Victoria's Secret and model them, and then one in between. Like a $45 bikini.
Mid-level.
And then it was cool. I mean, it's cheesy, but it was cool.
We were very, very, at the time that we were working on it, we were so hyped. Like, I was so into it.
Yeah,
so
and
many
it
ideas.
gained followers, but we just got so busy when was it pandemic came or something came where everything got so busy we couldn't film it anymore.
I think try-ons are tricky on YouTube. I think it got to a point where so many things got demonetized on it. And I was like, man, I'm like putting money in on clothes, and I think it's not worth. Which stinks. But
back to my point, that poll, you put out that poll, and, like, you know, say if 2,000 people voted, and there's 200 people just that voted no, you shouldn't do it. And for some odd reason, I was just like, just don't vote on the poll. I know you put on the poll, but I get like
interesting reaction. I thought you were gonna say you were upset because we made it so long ago. Like, you wish we would have kept going and they would have had newer, like, more updated content to look at.
Well, maybe
we could do
for people
better
seeing
now.
it. Yeah.
That's funny. That's not where I thought you were going to take it at all. No, I just like
when people, I never go the right. I mean, if it's a legit question, but if somebody goes, am I right, and saying this, I always just side with the creator just to make them feel good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I do that too. Or I'm having an argument with the hubby. Am I right? And I'm always like, yes.
Yes, you're right. But I don't but if you don't agree with it and you're like, no, but just don't vote. But it just seems like, no, that content sucked. Don't make it. And it's why would you even vote no? I don't know. That got on me, but whatever. Yeah. Can
that was an interesting segue.
Can you answer some of these questions?
Side note.
That we got pictures of that question you put out.
Yes, I always.
And then we'll get out of here because we got to go on date night. Go ahead.
Yeah, we do. I always put out a Q&A, and then I'll almost get it to the 24-hour mark where all the questions disappear. If you know what I mean. I'll put it in stories, be hyped, and I'll have a big day with the kids and do this and do that, and then film at night, and I'll be like, holy shit, it's been 23 hours. Like, screenshot.
Did you screenshot these like right before they disappeared?
An hour and a half before they disappeared. Okay. And I texted them to you and I was like, oh, yes.
Nice. Okay, yeah, we'll run through them just like really quick because there were some good ones in here. One was, would you ever guest host Two Bears, One Cave?
Would they ever ask me to guest host?
No, they would never ask you to guest host. Yes,
I'm an unknown creator.
Yeah, please enjoy, No, that's...
we were going to invite Nikki Glazer, but...
Yeah. Dustin asked that question, and Dustin, the way it works is that is a giant podcast and they make a lot of money, and they would not invite any person like Maddy. And no offense to
unknown
her,
to the world,
fantastic person and a lovely wife and a lovely mother. But yeah, no, they that's not how it works. They would never ask that.
That would be a horrible decision for them.
But the next person asked, "Would you go on Two Bears, One Cave?" That would be awesome. Now that's a different story. Because they have porn stars on there, they have all that kind of stuff, and like if it was a live show or something like that, and they're like, "Hey, would you be a part of it? Would you make a video? Would you?"
100%.
Yeah, you would.
I'd freak out if they asked me, to be in a live. Or I have a little embarrassing, not fantasy, but where you think oh, what if this happened, and then you get embarrassed of it because it's too much to hope for. But you keep rolling it around in your head to feel it on, try it on for size, I guess. Feel it on. In my head, I'm like, what if they asked me to do an ASMR ad spot for them sometime, and then I'm like, no, they wouldn't. A day later I'll be like, but what if they did?
Yes.
So stupid.
No, I do that too, and I don't know if this is normal or not. Even my sister saw Bert in Detroit, and I remember her and her wife were like, that was the greatest show. That was so great. It got us pumped to see it or whatever. And when she saw you on there and stuff like that, she texted, she's like, maybe when he comes to where you're at and you see the show, maybe you'll get to meet him. And then I I thought in my head, but it's funny the way they say you should never meet people you look up to or whatever. And he would be I like comedians just like you do. And I almost think I've met him so many, it's going to sound like fucking stalker shit in my head, but I've met him so many times in my head. Because you watch his stories and you're like, oh my God, man. He's partying with people after the show. And you think oh, cool. It'd be so cool. You go out.
He's such a lifestyle comic, and he brings you into everything. You just feel oh yeah, what if Bert wanted to sauna with me?
Well, I don't know if I do that.
What if he wanted to do a polar plunge?
I've already hung out with Bert at a bar drinking. He's like, you're fucking hilarious. You should write jokes for me. It's all happened in my head, when in reality the meeting would just be, and because he's just he's got stuff going on, the meeting would just be, nice to meet you, I'm a big fan, yada yada yada, and that's all.
Picture
take the selfie and then that's it. But in my head, multiple times, when I'm drinking, oh man, how cool would it be to just with a couple comics and just sit back there and just listen to them talk and drink and laugh. And I've done that in my head 1,000 times,
I love it.
Specifically with him and then other people.
I'm not going to be embarrassed to trot out my fantasies that I'm having about recording audio.
Yes.
Because you got
because I got you beat. I got you beat. It's stalker shit. All right, next. So yeah, you would absolutely go on.
For the record, he would love to drink with you. I feel like he would want to drink with you. That's what people don't get.
This is not really Two Bears related, but says, what fetishes do you like the most? That's obvious for any of your fans of yours.
It's I get a little red in the cheeks talking about it, but it's a common fetish. It's BHM, big handsome men. Feeding, stuffing. It's a fat belly. Situation.
You like it. You like it when a guy gets a stuffed belly, is full, is lazy, not lazy, but oh my God, I'm so full.
The king worship stuff.
The king worship. Yeah. You're such a king. You ate so much. I want to fuck you.
Ate, you drank, you shouldn't have, but you deserve to be pampered.
Yeah. That's your fetish. And it's a legit fetish.
Now I'm like, what if your sister
watching the whatever.
I'm so sorry. Just so you know, I love your brother very much, and I pamper.
Okay.
Gross. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. Stop it.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Somebody goes, "Why would you follow me?" Apparently you followed this guy. I won't say his name.
Oh, he makes 2 Bears 1 Cave memes that are awesome.
Yes.
So
you sent
funny.
me one. You sent me one. Okay. Well, yeah, you shouldn't be you should follow funny people.
Yeah.
Like, why would that guy even question why you'd follow him? Somebody says, "I love you." Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Somebody said, "Can you live in your basement?" No. Is your OnlyFans worth it? Of course, it's worth it. Did you think do you think they either one? Well, Tom didn't know who you are, but do you think Bert knows you have an OnlyFans and you do like not safe for work stuff?
There are so many people that don't realize I have an OnlyFans. Even people that are like, I watch every video you put out. I've watched you for years. Will be like, suddenly sub and be like, I didn't know you had an OnlyFans. And I've watched every video for a year and a half.
Yeah. Do you think so? You don't think
I think
I don't think he knows.
no.
Yeah. I wonder if they would treat you different or like think that you were a different person or whatever.
It'd be cool. I like when someone like finds my content and likes me. I kind of want to be like, this is everything I do. Like you can consume all of it. Pick and choose.
Yeah, because you do everything for everybody. You do safe for work, not safe for work. And if people knew how good your not safe for work was compared to your safe for work, because
it is much better.
Yeah, you've said that you like doing that stuff more than you liked it. Like
it flows naturally. Like I'll make a YouTube
video
and have like so many cuts. Things are wrong. And then I'll do like a 25-minute like not safe for work video.
Topless
just
or whatever.
Ad lib completely everything
and it flows.
It just goes.
Yeah.
It's my jam.
Yeah. So who knows if they know, but the question is it worth it? It's well
worth it. It's 5 free videos a month, full-length ASMR videos. I do a JOI audio, which I won't explain what that is. I don't know if it's very terms of servicey. Move along. Live stream pictures and clips every single day.
Yeah. It's like the first month is like $6.
Awesome.
Like, if you don't like
it's
it,
really, really good. I'm actually, I used to be the top Google search for not safe for work for ASMR OnlyFans.
Yeah. What, are you not anymore? Are you like second?
I just haven't looked in a couple months, but
cool.
Look it up.
Yeah, Did Tom get his ASMR? You put that out there. You're making Tom an ASMR video.
I know exactly what to make for him.
The vote was overwhelmingly in favor
spicy
of doing
and not sweet.
You're doing a not safe for work one for Tom.
Yes,
like
it's definitely going to be a not.
And you have an idea for it?
I know. I think I know precisely what to do for him.
All right. I'm curious to see it, and
I think based on past lives that I kind of know what he might be into.
All right,
I have an inkling.
All right, and you're gonna do that one
in the next 2 weeks. I have.
Are you gonna? Okay, so I'm sorry.
I have a plan for a safe for work 2 Bears 1 Cave ASMR too, and I can't tell how hokey it is, but
for your YouTube channel, that's for you though. It's not to send them.
No,
it's just like a
post.
Whatever you call it, an ode to them type deal,
yes.
Right? Are you you're not gonna make Tom's not safe for work? That's just theirs. You're sending it to them.
Yeah,
it's
I'm just
not
gonna.
Okay. That's
no,
cool. I like how you do that. It's not like, hey everybody, this is for Tom. You're legitimately like, here, enjoy this.
Yes, yeah. I don't think it would be as enjoyable if I were putting it out publicly. I don't want anyone to comment on it or like.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I like
have anything to say about it.
Because a few more. Somebody goes, help that giant hive on Bert's nose. I know you listened to it. Did you see the video yet of? Because I watch them mostly on YouTube.
Tom tell him he was disgusting because he itched his foot.
Yeah, and put on his nose. I don't know how you could help
whatever was on my foot. It's so good.
So one of our friends asked a question, and he got in here and asked a question, and I wouldn't even put this hypothetical on you. It's that one right there. Do you want me to read that out loud?
Oh, don't read that out loud.
Okay. There's no way.
It's a body swap one.
It's a body swap question.
I've had so many people ask me about body swap videos lately. BT dubs. I had no idea how big that is. That's a huge thing.
Whatever. But that one's too...
That one is a little too close.
But he did throw in a joke. If people from Poland are called Poles, what are people from Holland called? That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I think this is... Okay, everybody, there's multiple. Did you make Tom's ASMR? All right, so you got some. All right, we'll come close to ending on these. would you rather fuck Bert or Tom? And then the person goes, let me rephrase. If you had no choice, would you fuck Bert and Tom? Well, like,
what people should realize is it's not a no choice situation.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ooh, please.
Yes. Like,
Mr. Syke, could I please?
yes, those are two people
But-
she would be extremely attracted to. Extremely attracted to.
That is my type.
Yeah. That is extremely her type.
Yes. But I feel like they're both loyal, monogamous men. Like,
Yeah.
if Leanne or like Push were like in the room, I'd be like, oh, is this okay? Do you mind?
Yes. No,
But
yeah,
it would be
that is
so
a thing.
unlikely.
That is definitely a thing that that is great about you. Is like there is zero chance. Like you're not a groupie like type like ooh, I want to fuck you, like
Yes.
that type of thing. No matter how
No.
like hot you think the guy is or whatnot, but you've said that before because when you read that question, yeah, it's more of like if their wife literally was there and said, "Oh, please do this," like give them the best 20 minutes of their lives or whatever.
Give them
Yeah. I don't know. I was coming out and saying, give them a night they won't forget or something like that. Yes, like that is so. With that all being said, both wives are like, oh, absolutely, this can happen
Yes.
because we don't feel threatened by her. She's not leaving her husband to run off with you. She's not looking for any of that stuff. She just finds you extremely attractive, and she just wants to have sex with you.
She's a giver.
She's a giver. Who are you picking?
That's too hard. I don't know. That's really hard.
Come on, you gotta answer these questions. These people ask them.
It's probably Bert because
Yeah.
my first crush was on Bert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
My first big comedian crush.
And he's thicker, right?
He's
like,
thicker.
yeah.
Him, oh my God. You text me after the episode came out too. Him coming out as fat was like porn to me. I was like listening to I was in the like Goodwill donation line, like squirming, like waiting to drop
Really?
stuff off. I'm like, someone looking at me like, how do they put this stuff? Like, how is this a public video right now? It's so inappropriate. Because that is exactly my kink. Like, exactly.
Yeah.
It hit home so hard out. It was
You were
almost
squirming in the car.
You can't just put this on YouTube.
Wait, is that why you came home and like immediately jumped me? Because Bert came out as fat?
You text me on that day and were like, did you listen to the coming out as fat bit yet? And I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, 100% you said. That's cool. So then somebody said, would you let Tom and Bert DP you? I thought that was cool.
If the wives were there.
I think that was it. Off the blue, somebody goes, what made you start doing ASMR and recording noises? You have Q&A videos that answers all
We've
that. So
talked
that
about
gets
that a lot,
answered. That
yeah.
gets asked more than anything. What got you into ASMR? Like, just I think it's your welcome video on your page. It's your original Q&A.
I should probably do another Q&A because I don't think people always go back to older videos. But
Yep. And the last one, would you
just
appear?
because I was a fan.
Yeah, would you appear on the live show? There's another one.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid.
That's any of that is very unlikely that they will ever talk about me again.
Yes.
Any like acknowledgement of sending like Tom's video, like they're super polite, they're super nice, but
it would just be
I would be in shock.
It would be
if they
just
were
super
like,
cool
oh, do you
if
wanna
they
call
watch
in?
your
Do you want to do this?
If they watch your spicy NSF, not safe for word NSFW.
It would be cool
if they watch that video. If they just watched it, there's no way they can watch it on YouTube. So it's not like they can just like, oh, here it is. But
yeah, that's not the point. It's just cool. It's fun and exciting as a fan to be like, I appreciate all the laughs you've given me. Like, maybe you'll like this.
Yeah. Did you do you like it? I mean, do you like yeah, if they watch a like one of your sexier videos and it gets them to sleep and they help them, it relaxes them, not them specifically, but people. I mean, you like that, you enjoy that, right?
I love that. Yeah,
Live for
that's
that.
that's what I'm making things for.
Yeah.
That's the best part of my OnlyFans is the DMs back and forth with people, and every day there are multiple people that are like,
yeah,
it's really like, you don't understand, this turns me on and it relaxes me. I sleep so well. Like, this makes me feel like a king. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Nice.
Awesome.
I love you. Well, cheers. That was an awesome recap.
Cheers.
I love you so much.
Good recapping.
Let's go eat some Italian food, sit by that fire oven.
Yes.
And get stuffed and drink some more.
Yes, date night.
Fellas, find yourself a girl and take her on date nights, no matter how long you've been married. Once a week, go to whatever. It doesn't matter if it's McDonald's and you're sitting there in a booth all by yourself and you cheers your Cokes and you
Maybe
smile.
It's a movie when the kids are in school.
Yeah, a movie when the kids are in school or whatever. Just do it and set that couple hours out of your week just for you two, because it'll help. And this is segueing into my Mr. Syke explains relationships.
Every once in a while.
I'm ditching you. I'm creating my own podcast.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
It always should have been just you.
It always should have been just me. So,
every once in a while there's a comment that's like,
well,
how did he do that?
Yeah, I don't want to be preachy about it, because I just want to because some guys are out there. I've been at that point where I'll never find another girl, or I'll never do this. You know what I mean? I mean, every guy goes through that. But when you find your girl, don't just treat her good and say your sorry, say your pleases, say your thank yous, and
make it a
just
priority.
Try to do a date night, because at some point when you've been married for 13, 14 years like we have, you people stop doing the dates, and you cannot stop doing
Very
that.
true.
You
We even slipped, and we've never slipped in all that time. The last couple months, we were so busy. Your knee was hurt, then we had surgery, then we had this, then we had that, and we were getting grouchy.
Yeah, we're getting grouchy. Like, hey, we need to go out. So anyway, let's do it.
Yep, let's do it. Boom, good cast. Love you.
I love it. All right, let's record this one this time.
Yeah, this time let's record. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.